Having discussed the poems of the Wandering Man in the last two episodes, we now turn our attention to the poems of the Abandoned Woman. In these poems, male literati poets seem to adopt the abandoned woman's persona as a means of subtly expressing their own grievances. By Han time, a woman abandoned by her lord was conventionally compared to a scholar official out of favor with his former political patrons. Speaking in the voice of frail abandoned woman, the poet aims to express not only his complaint of abandonment by his patron, but also his forlorn loyalty, all in the hope of regaining his patron's favor. By foregrounding the issue of aging, he often turned his political woes into a painful awareness of life's brevity. Now let's look at the most famous poem of abandoned woman in the 19 old poems.
On and on, again on and on you go. On and on, again on and on you go. And I have to live apart from you. The distance has grown 10,000 li and more. We are now at opposite ends of the sky. The road is rugged and long. How can I know when we shall meet again? The Tartar horse leans toward the north wind. The Yue bird nests among southern branches. Day by day our parting seems more remote. Day by day my robe and belt grow looser. Drifting clouds hide the white sun. The wanderer does not care to return. Thinking of you makes one old. Years and months are suddenly gone. Forget all this. I will say no more about it, but try my utmost to eat my meals.
Like most poems in the collection, this poem does not display a distinct binary structure. Instead, it strikes us as a mosaic of emotional snapshots, taken in different times and places, presenting in 8 consecutive couplets. The first couplet, quote, on and on you go. I cannot but live apart from you, unquote, conveys at once the dragging pain of the husband's long journey and the mental suffering endured by the abandoned woman as we watch him disappear down the long road and beyond the horizon. The second couplet, quote, the distance has grown 10,000 li and more. We are now at the opposite end of the sky, unquote. It's a painful reckoning of the distance now separating her from her husband. Then the third couplet, quote, the road is rugged and long. How can I know when we shall meet again? Unquote. Reverses the spatial perspective from picturing an outbound journey to waiting for a return, and changes the temporal perspective from past to future. The pain of separation now becomes even more unbearable as she cannot know when, if ever, he will return. The fourth couplet abrupt shifts from thoughts of homeward people to animals. Quote, the Tartar horses lean towards the northern wing. The Yue flower rests among the southern branches. Unquote. The second half of the poem brings a dramatic change in the speaker's perception of time. In the first 4 couplets, his sense of time is measured in unhappy events. Time seems to drag because she yearns for an end to the separation. But in the 5th couplet, she awakens to a different kind of time, one measured against her own biological life. Quote, "Day by day, our parting grows more remote. Day by day, my rope and bell growed looser." Unquote. To anyone who treasures life, all the passage of time is too swift. All signs of aging too saddening. Seeing the time's passage in this new light, the wife breaks into lament in the penultimate couplet. Quote, "Thinking of you makes one old. Years and months are suddenly gone." Unquote. This dramatic, ironic shift in her perspective of time marks the transformation of her sorrow over separation into a melancholy over the hastened process of aging. To extricate himself from this existential sorrow, she resorts to a carpe diem of a different kind. Not hedonistic enjoyment, but a disciplined daily intake of food, at least to get by. As I have demonstrated in the previous 2 episodes, the binary structure seen in most of the 1900 poems is born of a sustained process of reflection, starting from external observation and usually ending with a philosophical statement on human transience. By contrast, a mosaic integration of emotional snapshot in this poem seems to betray all the symptoms of emotional brooding, thinking about one single issue, in this case, separation, again and again, until the speaker pulls herself from despair and make a sensible pledge to endure. Also, this mosaic structure is used less often than the binary forms in later poetry. It seems the preferred conduit of intense lyrical expression, as shown in some of the Tao Chen's poems to be discussed in the next topic. This is the end of episode 21. Thank you for listening. I hope you enjoyed the talk. Let us relax and listen to a reading of the poem in Mandarin.
古诗19首，行行重行行，行行重行行，与君生别离，相去万余里，各在天一涯。道路阻且长，会面安可知？胡马依北风，月鸟巢南枝。相去日已远，衣带日已缓。浮云蔽白日，游子不顾返。思君令人老，岁月忽已晚。弃捐勿复道，努力加餐饭。